Sandy, the bakery deli specialist from Teal. I think most of you know me. This is the lovely Casey Hoffman. She is our deli manager in Cold Spring, where we are live and we are going to show you how to build the most awesome Italian sub that we will be doing in all of our locations. So Casey has done a lot of prep work for me, and you will all get a prep list so that this all makes sense when you see the video. So our stores are either going to be doing a 100-foot sub or a 50-foot sub. You will get the details of what you need to do to prepare for the big promotion, and then you will also get the setup assembly, which we are going to show you today. Now keep in mind, we are going to do just 10 feet to give you the idea of how to set up and how this all shakes out. It's better to have a visual, I think, than just read it off a paper. So we did get started. You guys on your prep list have the amount of milk crates that you need. And the milk crates hold up the 1 by 6 inch boards that are 10 feet long. And you'll start with you're gonna get in an area with high traffic where you have selected that you could either have 25 feet or 50 feet. And then your milk crates are gonna be about 10 feet apart. So you can see I've set up this second set of milk crates is the prop for actually 2 sets of boards. So what we'll do is when we do the 50-footer, we'll have 6 sets of milk crates to hold up all of the boards going across. So the next thing that we do is and I should reverse, before you go with the boards, I just started so that I knew where the milk crates should go. From there, we are going to wrap, we're going to tablecloth over the milk crates. And there's 2 ways you can do it. You can wrap each individually, and Casey, I believe that's what we did last year. You can do it that way, or the other way you can do it is, I'll come on this side. The other way we could do it is if you want to just tuck it around there. And, oh, see, this isn't long enough. If you get the larger tablecloth, you'll be able to just tuck underneath and tape it. But what we want to do is cover the milk crates. So that's what the purpose of that is. So that, pretend that it's all covered and we are good to go there. So the next thing we're going to do is, if you're doing a 50-foot sub, you are going to have 25 feet of space. And if you're doing a 100-foot sub, you're going to have 50 feet lined up. The reason is we are going to put 2 of the boards side to side, and we're going to build the first side, and I'll explain that as we go. The back side will have the French breads lined all the way up the whole length. They will be sliced, put back in the bag, and ready to build as we go.
When Sandy sends out the instructions, she's also going to send these signs. We'll have you print these out, and you will have to trim them down a little bit on the edges so that they fit into the sign holders nicely, but we just want to keep everything consistent so every store is kind of doing the same thing. And then in addition, we're going to have you print out these Avery labels. You're going to have an $11 cold deli label and a $6 cold deli label. This way, when your customers pick which size sandwich they like, all you have to do is slap the label right on the bag and it's ready to go.
All right, on your prep sheet, it will tell you that you need to white paper all of your boards, and Casey has done this ahead of time. So we have the back 10 feet. Now we're going to put on the front 10 feet, and this is where we are going to build the sub to show you exactly how we do this. So Casey, let's go. So Casey and I are going to start assembling the sandwich, and Casey's got the first layer, which is pepperoni, and she's going to place them so that each piece of meat touches the other one. I don't want to overlap them, but I want to make sure that everybody gets that whole taste profile in every single bite. So she's starting with that. I'm going to follow up with the Kojak cheese. And when you are doing your schedule for this, don't think that you have to have all deli people do this. You can have, if you've got a demo person or you've got somebody that just likes to get involved with some fun things, those are the people that you want to have help do this. So now, when I do the cheese, I'm gonna have it off of the sandwich to the front a little bit because it just gives more color to the appeal of the sandwich. And we are gonna go just straight across. Once we get the Kojak done, then Casey will come to the back and she will start with the hard salami. So on your prep list, I asked to have the slices as a sandwich slice. So I don't want them super thin, but I want them to where there's some substance to it. So Casey, do you recall what number you did on your slicer? And I do know, and I told that to Cassie too, that it's hard to give you a number on your slicer because everybody's numbers are different. But just an average sandwich slice is perfect. So Casey now has done the hard salami. The next is your Virginia baked ham. And what I want you guys to do, because it's a larger piece of meat, I want you to fold it in half. And again, I want it hanging off the sandwich just a little bit because it just gives that thickness look to the sandwich that we're building. So we're gonna just continue to go across the 10 feet. Again, it takes at least 2 people to build as you go through because once you get the French bread, it's cut and it's laying open, you want to get the meats and cheeses on there as soon as you can for the freshness aspect of it. An Italian sub is totally layered with pepperoni, and that is why we've got 3 layers on this sub sandwich. So she is going with pepperoni, and I'm going to come right behind her with the hard salami. Now, all of you guys will be receiving sliced hard salami and sliced pepperoni, which makes your world a whole lot easier because it's a product that you don't have to slice. But all of you will have some of that product left. So you can use it in your stores to either package or use on sandwiches, but you can sell it. Put it in your pre-sliced meats. Another easy way to use that product up. So now here is our third layer of pepperoni, and we are just about done building this sub. So the layer after the last layer of pepperoni is provolone cheese. And I do want to point out for you guys that are selling the sub once we get it together, this has 9 layers of meats, cheeses, and lettuce. So it is a very, very hearty sandwich. And for a 6-inch sub to cost only $6 when it's loaded like this with meats and cheeses, it should be very, very easy to sell. All right. So now the last layer that Casey is putting on is the shredded lettuce. You guys will all be getting your shredded lettuce coming in the last truck right before Friday the 10th. It is coming to you from Russ Davis Wholesale. They are big bulk 5-pound bags. So I do want to remind everybody that all the components for your subs have been ordered with the exception of Virginia baked ham. And I believe all of you probably have product from the Christmas and New Year's ads, but if you don't have Virginia ham on hand, you will have to order that. So other than that, everything should be in your store on the times that we've talked about on your conference call. So now, Casey, we are ready to put the lids, I'm going to call them the lids, on the sandwich. They are the tops of the sub bun. And I want to remind you that all of the French breads are 2 feet in length. So if a customer wants a foot long, you simply take your serrated knife. So if you're going to sell a 12-inch, just cut the sandwich in half. And if you want a 6-inch, you would cut the half of the sandwich in half. And we have a foolproof way to make sure that all of our product gets rung up into the right department. And I'm going to show you what we are going to do. And again, this is on your list. So here's a 6-inch sub. And I didn't grab a a twist tie, shame on me, but twist tie it, and then what we will do is we have an Avery label that will be $6 and it will ring into Cold Deli. So there's no question that we don't have to put that pressure on the cashier up front. Is this a 6-inch or is it a foot long? It will just ring up that way. One suggestion that Casey just made is as we are cutting this, the French bread is a little bit rounded on the bottom, and as we're cutting it, the boards are giving a little bit. I think it's a really good idea to possibly put another stack of 3 milk crates in between every 10-foot length of our 10-foot sub. So I will I'll change the numbers of milk crates that you need. And so as you're building it, know that we're going to put one right smack dab in the middle of the 10-foot. We just want to be secure with it. All right, so I'm sure that you all saw our little mishap where we had the sandwich kind of roll front and we did lose some of it on the ground. The way that won't happen is push your French bread to the back side and build out. And that way, as you're cutting it, it's not going to roll off. So just word to the wise. All right, and now, Casey, if you can help me. I probably didn't cut this exactly in a 12-inch sub, so the ruler would be a really good idea, and I do have a ruler on your checklist. So we're going to pretend, this looks like a 15-incher, but we're going to pretend it's a 12-incher. And one thing I want to point out is we're not utilizing it, but we do have a table in the back where we'll have our bread bags. We will have our twist ties, our mayo and mustard packets that we need. We need gloves because we're changing them often. So all of this, you need a cart to put all of your things on. The other thing that will be placed on there is your Avery labels for your pricing. So the other thing I do want to mention to you is this is the front of our display. So as we get our subs all the way built, I want Casey and her team to start selling the sub from the back. And the reason we want to do that is as we get rid of 10 feet or 5 feet for the stores that have the 25 feet or the 50 feet, you can get rid of the milk crates, you can get rid of the boards and take those down. Just have it full to where your subs are at. So I believe we have spoken about all of the detail that we need to for the subs. Have a lot of fun. The one thing that we didn't get is balloons. Make sure that we've got balloons at the front and balloons at the back because that just draws attention. And really have fun with it. Our selling point is it is 9 layers. It's 8 layers of meats and cheeses plus the lettuce on the top. That is a lot of sandwich for $6. This is a 6-inch or the $11, which is the foot long. So I hope you guys have fun with this. I think it's a really big promotion for our stores. Together we're going to sell 850 feet of sub, and that could equate to almost $10,000 in sales. So it's a big deal. I hope you guys have fun with it. And I would like to say I'm hoping that the best team wins. The last thing I'd like to say is have fun with this with your team and make sure that you get the whole team picture and have fun with the customers. Everybody should be in jerseys with their sales hat on and just have fun with this promotion. Please be sure to send me pictures and send Cassie pictures so she can get it onto our website and onto Facebook. So have fun and we'll hear about your results